Today we're going to see if it's possible to make a sword out of ice, and then we're going to test it against a red-hot steel sword and see which one's stronger. Woohoo! It's like a lightsaber. Now obviously we can't just use any regular ice because it would just shatter immediately, so how are we going to make a sword out of ice? That's a great question. The answer actually involves World War II, sawdust, and a man by the name of Jeffrey Pyke. See, during World War II, iron and steel were in very short supply, so it led to a lot of creative thinking around alternative building materials. And Mr. Pyke had a crazy idea to build giant aircraft carriers out of ice. I swear I am not making that up. Google Project Habakkuk. It's fascinating. In their experiments, they found that if you mixed 14% sawdust into water and then froze it, the resulting ice block was insanely strong. It melted super slowly, it was insanely strong, and it could even be cut and shaped like wood. This super ice material came to be known as Pykrete after Jeffrey Pyke himself, and today we're gonna cast a sword out of it and see just how tough it actually is. We decided to model it after a Minecraft sword, both because Minecraft is awesome and because the giant thick blade would have a much better chance holding up than a more typical sword dimensions. That is about the right size, so now we need to make a mold. Yep. So we have gotten a bunch of these foam tiles. We're going to stick them together and we're going to lay this out and trace around it and then carve the shape of the sword out of these foam tiles. Then we can pour the water into the cavity and then stick the whole thing in the freezer and it'll pop us out a nice sword.
So what we're going to do is we're actually going to glue these in sets of 2. Contact cement needs to be applied to both sides. So I'll put it on here, we'll wait for it to get tacky. We'll stick them together, and we'll have to come back and glue these sides and stick those together, and that will be our final thickness. And obviously have to do that twice so that we have a piece big enough to cast the sword.
Now let's trace out the design of our sword onto our foam. And I just realized, as awesome as it would be to have the jagged edge to look just like a Minecraft sword, that is gonna be near impossible to sharpen that edge. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to make that edge straight. Let's cut it out. Make sure our mold actually fits. It should, if I measured correctly. Oh, look at that. Got like less than an inch of room on either side. Oh, that's perfect. So then we can just pour our water and sawdust mixture in here, and then we'll have an ice sword.
Can't tell you how excited I am to have a Minecraft sword.
So we are coating these inside layers with this Flex Seal to keep the water from getting out through the little cracks here. We're also going to come back in the end and we're going to caulk all of the seams on the bottom.
The giant hole.
Yeah,
in the
the
middle,
giant hole.
left.
Yeah, and so we're going to want to hit all of those areas just to make sure the water doesn't leak out before it can freeze.
So historically, Pykrete obviously has been made out of sawdust mixed with water, but we were wondering, what if there is a better material to use?
So we're gonna try a couple of things. We got some cotton balls. We also have this old couch cushion. We're gonna cut off a little bit of this batting and stuff it in there.
This is kind of like cotton balls, but it's a synthetic material. So we're just gonna freeze several of them inside this test block, and then we're gonna test them to see which one's actually the strongest. Now the sawdust is supposed to be 14% sawdust to, what's that, 86% water, math is hard, by weight. So I'm going to measure out the amount of water it takes to fill up this little test container. This is boring, nobody cares. Pour it into the water. Now this sawdust is actually pretty coarse. I don't know if you want to get a close-up of this, so it's got a lot of thicker wood chips in it. We also had a little bit of much finer sawdust, so we're doing a test of both and we'll find out which does better. Larger fibers might actually make it stronger. Oh, look at how chunky, that's crazy. That's just chunks. Yeah. Tuesday freezer.
Later.
We got fine sawdust, thick sawdust, toilet paper, cotton balls, and the synthetic padding material.
All right, we're ready to test our ice blocks. Jake is gonna drop these from about his eye height all the way down to the cement floor. But first, we're gonna show you the control group.
Which is regular ice, just regular water, nothing in it, and it literally broke apart in the mold. But just as a control, that's what happens with regular ice. Let's go ahead and test the fine sawdust. Now, interestingly, if you look closer, we've got some separation here. It seems that most of it all settled down on the bottom. That's not ideal. One way to find out. 3, 2, 1.
It held together.
Way better than just regular ice.
Yeah, but it definitely broke.
Look at that fracture pattern. That looks like granite. Looks like rock.
There's a lot of rocks that would have broken from that high up.
Yeah, look at the density of this one. No weird layer in the middle. It's consistent all the way through. Coarse sawdust in 3, 2, 1. Toilet paper. I mean, it's kind of a similar material to sawdust. It's, you know, wood pulp. It's a wood product.
There we go.
That's incredible.
Yep, those layers.
That doesn't sound like ice. It feels like a rock. That might be the winner right there. Wow. Cotton balls. Okay, there we go. Stronger than sawdust. The synthetic couch cushion material in 3, 2, 1. Whew. Okay, that's tough. It's actually bending the ice block. You see that?
Serious?
Or I'm just denting that corner.
No,
I think it is bending.
That is bent.
Oh, there we go. That broke it.
Starting to get some.
So it broke, but it's not coming loose because the fibers are still connected.
That's amazing.
I'll tell you what, the toilet paper was much more even.
It was.
Like the layers were very consistent, whereas this, you've got a lot of like cavities in here.
Yeah,
But
I agree. I think toilet paper is probably going to be the winner.
also, toilet paper is basically sawdust. It's tree-based.
Now we come down to it, we're going to go ahead and put the toilet paper and the water in here and then fill this bad boy up.
We might have gotten overboard with the amount of toilet paper we purchased. We
We'll
have no
see.
idea how much this will actually take. It takes way more than you would think
It does.
because the toilet paper compacts a ton.
So much.
Okay, let's pour a bit of water in here. Give the toilet paper something to stick to.
Yep.
Probably should have done this first. Yep.
It just ripped it. There we go.
We're floating.
We are floating.
The other bummer with toilet paper is there's a lot of air trapped in between the plies of the toilet paper. So after we load up, we're gonna have to press it all down and get rid of all the air bubbles. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it.
I thought
It's so stupid, it's great.
Just set it right there. All right, we'll see you on the other side. I'm so excited.
How long are we gonna wait?
At least 10 minutes.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
It's been a few days. Let's see how our ice sword is doing. Yep, that looks like it's ice. It's like rock. That is just a absolute brick. Oh, so stupid. You might notice we have a bit of a problem with our sword. It's rather blocky. We need to sharpen it. Really, I should have figured out a way to make the edge profile in the mold itself, but that sounded way too hard. And since it basically behaves like a block of wood in this state, we're gonna attempt to cut it with a
Jigsaw.
That is working. This behaves like snow.
That's awesome.
Like, that is so funny. It feels like snow.
It's got some weird pull to it.
This is really one of the coolest things. So we don't necessarily expect this sword to chop through the bottle, but we do expect something fun to happen. Oh gosh. I don't even know if I can hang on to this. This is so heavy.
At all. Literally, there's not a scratch on the sword.
That's amazing.
This thing is so solid. I
Threw it all the way across the room.
Oh, look, there's marks where I hit it.
Because I'm unsatisfied with not having a splash, I decided to lay it down and we're gonna see if we can explode it this way.
I think he got it.
Oh, so excited. Dude, this thing looks amazing too.
Did it do?
I've got a little tiny, no, I don't, was that there already?
Having a sword made of ice, it only seems fitting to have a sword made of fire.
Open it. There we go.
Red hot sword, baby.
Send it through.
All right.
So excited.
That looks epic. Ready? 3, 2, 1. No! It's fine. We'll just suck through it.
Now we're testing the ice sword against the watermelon that is encapsulated in this ballistic gel.
Okay, here we go.
It broke the leg on the table again.
Didn't even make it.
Hang on.
Not even. It just stabby.
All right. The stabby stab test.
My gosh.
Wow. I got
Get like a couple inches.
like 2 inches. That's not bad.
Shove it.
I got it all the way through.
All right, let's try the watermelon side first.
Yeah!
Add more. Oh, that's incredible. It's like a lightsaber.
That's amazing.
Let's see which is the stronger. Hold yours out. All right, whatever. Yeah. It just bent it.
Oh, we can chop again.
You're destroyed. I have a, what do you call this now?
It's a comma.
It's a hook sword. That's insanely strong.
I know, right?
Unreal. Okay. Oh, you just want to whack it like that?
Yeah.
Are they are you whacking it on the top?
Just straight. Yeah, so the ice is shattered here, but still held on pretty well. That's amazing. And this is the side that actually hit the cinder block first. And you can see the cracks through here. But
All right, we want to see if we can break it now. So I'm just going to hit it really hard on the concrete.
that's amazing. Try it on the other side.
It looks like it delaminated.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It a little bit.
It's split right in the center.
Oh yeah, look.
There we go.
Oh, goodness.
Look! You cracked it!
Oh, there it goes. It's breaking in half. It's insane. This is ice. It's totally fine.
Well, we did it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let the random happen.
See you next time. I wanted to see what a regular ice sword would do, but it broke coming out of the mold. Just to demonstrate how weak this is, if we kind of gingerly drop it.
Oh, wow.